Okay, good morning, guys. Good morning, Lottie Dottie, and everybody. This is Dan with the Bullish Bears team. GM. We likes to party. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. My son turned 5 last week, towards the end of the week. We had a blowout costume party, birthday extravaganza. We built a haunted house out of my garage. It took me 6 hours, and it was a ton of work stapling sheets of black plastic and black felt and hanging up strobe lights and black lights and ghoulies and goblins, but the kids loved it. And there's some good costumes. I'll show you guys some pictures later. So this week is, good morning, D. Arena, good to see you too in the chat. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Trader, Menden. There's lots of familiar faces. All right, let's collect myself here. So Mondays are fun. You gotta take it slow on a Monday. Get back into the game. I'm usually very anxious to trade because it's been 2 days, and I'm like ready to make some money. Luckily, I've got swing trades doing their thing in the background, so that helps feed the need. But this week is Black Box Stocks free trial. So the reason we like them, it sounds like they're a competitor, right? Because they have a chat room and they do education and all that stuff. But in reality is, you can never have too much of a good thing. And they're a awesome thing with their tool. Their scanner is incredible for pre-market, for finding OTC options, regular NASDAQ stocks, finding volume, finding flow into options, and really just these alert levels that are algorithmic in nature. So we're a big fan. I'm certainly becoming, you look at me the day that I started to, really the way that I traded and the way that I looked at information in the market versus how I trade now, because of, I'm very into volume and price action and, what are the market makers doing? What are the machines doing? So I'm very heavily interested in what the HFTs, the algos, are doing. That being said, I love to use TrendSpider, which uses, mathematical algorithms to plot support and resistance and look at things that way. I love what Black Box is doing with their system, using math to find these entries, these alert levels, and then I have another program I've been quietly talking about with you guys and evaluating that looks at the quote bursts and looks at program burst by machines that happen at certain points in the market. So as I get more into that, I'll talk more about that program with you guys and how I find it useful. I think I'm still not quite a month into using it, but really enjoying it. So that being said, let's see. Yeah, Boeing is getting rocked today. Boeing has just been rocky ever since that, having the problems with the what's it called, Supermax or whatever it is. Boeing, I'll show you guys Boeing real quick because the guys on YouTube are chatting about it. This is a fun one to trade options on. It broke a pretty major downward angular support, and it broke a major fib at 350. This was on Friday. We're moving lower. Pre-market, the magnet I have on it is 330. I do have this trend line here, or this price level here, which goes back. This was let's see, if I click on this properties, it should tell me 334.55. So I'd established that horizontal level of support in the past. So of course it's kind of putting the brakes on a little bit here, but really 330, I've got some interesting fib support down here. 330, is that 98? Yeah, so 331. So if this dips, there could be a good bounce play on this. We'll have to see. I see this as an opportunity to play to play this. Yeah, you could also do a strangle, right? You could do a strangle on this. We talked about strangles on Friday with Roku. It was pretty awesome. That was a great trade. I recorded that video. I'm going to upload that to our YouTube channel for members on how I played the Roku strangle on Friday and made out over 100% profit on the trade. Okay, so let's talk about what I'm supposed to talk about, which is the morning gaps. And OPK, pretty great move in the pre-market. You got some decent volume picking up after the pre-market dip. This is finding support on the 9 EMA. Pattern-wise, not super clean, but we can really tell what's happening here if we use ding 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 TrendSpider. So TrendSpider is going to show you daily support and resistance, daily moving averages versus a 5-minute time frame. And I like to trade 5-minute candles and 1-minute candles. And I can see that it is finding support at the 200 daily moving average. And other people who are not using it, they might have to look at multiple charts to kind of see this. They're not going to see 5-minute candles hitting this 200 SMA without a lot of legwork and some know-how, right? Some ingenuity. You can do it, but the way TrendSpider does it, I think they do it the best. So hence why I use it. And so we're getting some bounce from here. I've got a couple of different angular points of resistance I'll be watching today for volume to flow in, and this could be a potential good day trade. Let me look. What was the short float? The short float was 23% on this, which is good. That's and the float is a much larger float. This is not a low float stock. This is a mega float. So mediums and mega floats, large floats, I like these a little bit more for day trading in the penny stock world because they're a little bit safer, and I like to protect my members and not have them doing anything crazy. So OPK is on my radar this morning. Let's take a look at MDR. Let's see, we're doing good for time too. So MDR is on the radar. This hit a 34 daily moving average and pulled back. It might have hit something else up here, maybe a fib level that I don't have on the chart, or a daily trend line. Well, there's the daily trend line breakout. So now it's back testing this daily trend line. So this is interesting. Another strategy for using TrendSpider is the 5-minute breakout. So you got a nice 5-minute gap up, hit some level of, there's a blow off top. This kind of looks, this almost looks like a tweezer top on a 5-minute almost, right? And then rolls over. You had some touches of this daily trend line, but what happens is you get a daily breakout and then it back tests the daily breakout, and this is where people look to re-enter on the trade after this move, and then there's usually another bounce move. This has a lot of risk for going higher. For me to want to take this trade, I'd want to be above the 34 and above this angle right here. So I'm not going to trade and get stuck in a megaphone unless it really consolidates nicely back down off this daily trend line. There might be a W pattern or something we can trade there. Getting a request to look at IGC. So this one I got to turn the trend lines off because you can tell it trades like crap, because when I turn the 5-minute trend lines on, it's a complete mess. Looking at these candles, it's not a heavily circulated stock. It might have a huge float and not much volume based on these candles. This is a lot of machine trading back and forth. and low volume. So, you know, to know anything about this stock, I have to go to an hourly chart and versus that versus the daily to try to find, you know, what exactly is happening. Looks like it's been trading up in this range. I see potential breakout above the 50-day. So this is the 50-day simple moving average, and I would create an alert on this line if I liked the stock and then wanted to trade it on a breakthrough. There's, you know, potential play up to $1.10 if it can break the 50-day. But, you know, you can see this stock has had a really hard time trading above the 50-day, and it couldn't stay above its 200-day. So this thing is still in a downtrend. Let's go over to BIMI. So BIMI, awesome former runner. We were on this in the trade room when this broke out, and around 340 we were looking at this, and then it just skyrocketed to 11. There's now a trend line that's being identified up here as a resistance from that former top from that blow off, and I want to look at the, let me just throw on the hourly trend lines real quick. So you've got some convergence up here, back there at 11:15. That's a long ways off. These hourly candles print late, so this is actually in a huge bull flag this morning. So we got a really nice bull flag. Ideally, we're getting some kind of dip buy on the 9 EMA 5-minute for BIMI. If this is going to break out, it's got to break out of this flag on volume. I'll be using TrendSpider along with my Thinkorswim charts to kind of watch that in real time and also watch the volume and the order flow. You know, right now I'm seeing this because of the way price is consolidating. I'm looking at this as an opportunity to trade this on a breakout through here to potentially 850. One sec, guys. Yeah, Stocks the dog was barking. He jumped up on the table and was looking out the window. Saw something in the yard he didn't like. Um, so yeah, that's BIMI in a nutshell. This is definitely on the radar. This will be in my six chart space on Thinkorswim to kind of see what happens on this one. I want to cover. Let's see. Do I have enough time to cover SGEN? Hey, shh. Um, SGEN. This thing is got a huge gap. It's already kind of broken out of a pennant, so we'll have to watch this one on black box stocks to see any volume or flow comes into this one. So I'll be covering black box today, or a lot all week. I want to share with you guys the free trial link or information is actually in this post. So if you guys want to go in and do the trial, this is for Bullish Bears members. You can find the information here on our site. It's just for you guys who are members of the community to come in and try them out free for a week. So I hope you guys decide to do that. Where the heck did I lost my chat room. I moved you guys. I got too many screens open right now, and that gets me all flustered. I'm trying to copy links, and I can't see I can't see my chat room. There it is. There's the link. So that's everything. That's the private Twitter that they have, the education, the scanner, the chat room, the whole kit and caboodle. Great guys. Please go try them out. All right, YouTube. I'm going to shut the YouTube stream down. If you guys want to join us in the chat room, we also do a free 2-week trial, so you can come in and try us for free. So we'll see you guys on the other side there.